Hi guys, this is Dream Shipwrecked,
This is Ms. Chris.
and today we are fighting the Ant General.
Bring the intruder to my den.
Well,
I will
don't-
punish your
is that really an
insolence
ant? I don't
and
know what that
dispose
is.
of her.
It could just be it could be a termite actually.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, termites
But-
have a ton of little arms. I think. Yeah.
Super creepy.
These would be more ants, but then the
Yeah, those are
one,
different.
I guess, business suit.
Oh, Centipede, that's his name, Centipede
Okay.
Right there, we basically, you have to lose that fight because they'll capture you and throw you in the arena. So, it's not surprising. As soon as they get near you, they'll black you out.
Right. Now I don't remember like. Oh, well, there she goes.
You don't remember?
I don't remember, I don't remember much from the books or anything, but I don't really remember, the centipede or anything either.
No, there wasn't anything like that. And even later when there's the paper wasps, those are from a cutout section that wasn't included.
Okay.
Actually, I read something interesting about that. It was a section where it was a wasp in a wig that he wanted to have in there, and the guy who did the drawings, his name was Tenon, just repeatedly said, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't do this part. You know, it doesn't really fit the story." And then eventually just went to Carol and said, "I don't want to draw a wasp in a wig. That's just really stupid."
Oh, wow.
So right now it's me trying to remember how the hell to fight this guy, despite the fact there being a very obvious
Right. There's a
spot
hit
at the
point
bottom.
on his belly.
Yeah. You can't really tell though until you get close because it doesn't actually rear back until you do that.
Right. Oh, man. You
The
gotta
thing
love
with
the
these
game,
bosses.
with the boss characters, where you have, the obvious hit spot.
Oh yeah. It's like the bosses aren't really that difficult. It's just a matter of either A, attrition, like the Duchess fight, or B, trying to find the super obvious weak spots.
Right. And either way, I mean, it's a slog either way.
Yeah, and it's like, that's not really a bad thing, because this was kind of standard for the time
yeah.
back in apparently 2000. So,
Well, I mean, I think it started really with, the rise of, the beginning of the 3D platformer games. I mean, you had, the Mario 64, I think, kind of started that, really, with, you had the Thwomp King with the bandage on its back, and more, you didn't have, Ocarina of Time with the, I think it was Goma with, the giant eye. It's like, and you just got the slingshot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I wonder what you do with it. I wonder what to do.
yeah, that charge attack there is
Yeah,
pretty deadly. It's really hard to avoid, but here's a cut where I did kill him. I'm not really sure what that thing coming out of his mouth is. Is it supposed to be his intestines or something?
Judging from this game, probably.
So spiky.
It might be his tongue.
Yeah, that would make sense because I think he doesn't.
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah, it looks like a tongue. And one more hit to make sure he's dead.
Yeah, just fuck that guy. It took me several times to kill him. Just
It's like, I'm done.
I'm done. Whatever.
Guys, I'm going home.
So now we're gonna remember we're
I've
super
never
small right
trusted
now, so we're going
toadstools,
to
but
be
I
a
suppose
toadstool
some
grow
must
up
have
again.
their good points.
I wish I were hallucinating.
In
What
the,
a horrible choice.
Books, of
Eat a
course, we
toadstool
have
or
the,
remain food for insects.
Alice going up and down repeatedly. She eats a toadstool that Caterpillar was sitting on.
It's
half of
rude
it
to eat
makes
and
her bigger,
run,
half of it
but
makes her
sometimes
smaller,
it's
so she
unavoidable.
just flip-flops
Yeah, I
until
just
she
remember
gets
the
right
movie, it was a
stuff, but-
cake.
I thought that the cake was it like a cake she found later, or
I think
I thought
in the
that was
beginning,
with
in
the
the
bottle.
beginning, it was just a cake on the table. And it said, eat. It was like little candies or something. It said, eat me. And the little drink bottle
The
said, drink me.
dimensions of this desolate
And she got
tract
curious,
are unknown
and so
to
she ate
all
one,
but
and
the
they're
inhabitants.
tiny.
Only one path will bring you to the end.
But then
Get
she,
Okay,
like-
so then she had to
Or
get bigger
something,
later.
yeah. Well, she had to get small enough to get to the door. But then she got,
Yeah.
but then it was too big or something, and so she did the wrong thing, and she kind of just shot through the door. I don't remember. It's like one of those things I have to watch again. But yeah, I guess it originally was like a little cake or a little drink or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, she definitely had some growing issues. Here we have the Jabberwock's Eye Staff, which is actually not... It's
The
part of a weapon,
Jabberwock's
but
eye
we don't
staff is
have the rest of it
incomparably
yet.
powerful, but it's
Is
in
this
little
kind of
pieces worth less than the
like
carcass
the
of a
end game
gnat.
weapon then, where you just kind of going on a quest to get all these parts and then you just make which will unlock the ending, or
Pretty much. We have to get the rest of the Jabberwock Eye Staff, because that's the only thing that can actually damage the Jabberwock, who is the Queen's right hand.
right? It makes sense.
But this little area we're in right now is sort of a hub area, so we'll be coming back here quite a few times. This is where a lot of these monsters, so far we've been seeing, like chests, the chest pieces, we'll see that soon, and the cards and all that. Now we're getting a bit more horrifying, where there's just straight up demons and lava monsters and all that. But this is where the game really opens up and starts trying to bash your shit in, because there's quite a few creatures that will do a hell of a lot of
Right.
damage.
It's kind of that moment where it's like, instead of just wandering through, it's get good.
Yeah, exactly. And it's still, like, you can still gamify it pretty easily, like, just by backing away and kiting them like nuts, it's pretty good, but if it's something where they ambush you or something, you can really be fighting for
Right.
your life. So this is where the training wheels
Here
come off,
comes the
so to
learning
speak.
curve.
Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, some enemies are not gone yet, like the
Oh my
goddamn boojums,
Oh
which
no!
will knock you
and-
away if you jump.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Oh
thought
hey,
you
we
thought you
survived.
fell to
Let's
the
yeah, let's jump back, right?
Nope.
Let's jump.
No.
Oh.
Oh hey, the boojum jumped after you. You technically.
Yeah,
killed it.
exactly. So these guys will freeze you and just wait to thaw. They'll freeze you, and the lava
Oh
monsters
man,
will
1-2
start on fire.
combo.
So now
Yes.
we're ready for the boojums this time.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
fuck those
That's
guys.
like one of the few things I remember from the game. Like, I think it's like in the, like later on in the game. I'm not gonna say because of spoilers, but like they just like you're in a dark area as it is, and then they just show up. It's like the perfect jump scare, especially like in 2000.
It's just like, there's nothing fun about them. Their attacks blow back, they're huge, they take a lot of health, and just... Like Grimlock was saying before, at least you get to see them
Right,
die
and that's
in a
what they
horrible way.
deserve.
Yeah, exactly. Burn in the fires of hell, you
Now would they
To
would
destroy
to
the
be hunting
palace
across like go
filled
into
with malice
like into
is the daring work of
hypotheticals.
noble
No, would the
Alice.
boojums really fit in like another
An
game like
endgame
Silent
with
Hill,
the Red
or
Queen is possible only after you
or are there
crush
already
her
a creature
sentinel.
like that in the game? I've
The
never, I'm not
vile,
one
the
for horror games,
salacious,
so.
and vengeful Jabberwock.
What do you mean by fit in?
Without
Like,
the
would they,
staff
would
that
if you
bears
transported
his
them
name,
to Silent Hill, would they
Destroying
match up with
him
what they
is the
have?
hopeless work of a wasted life.
I don't think
I have
so.
one piece of the eye
I mean,
staff.
there's some
Where are
enemies
the
that
others?
spit and all that, but the thing about Silent Hill and all
Scattered
those is
throughout
that
the world,
all of the creatures have very
When you have
specific,
them all in hand,
like, you know the background
checkmate
sound,
is
right?
Kind of. I saw the
possible.
movie.
The pale royals may be of you.
Okay, but you've seen the movie. You know how
Obscure
everything
allusions
in
to
there is
chess are
born out
fine,
of Alessa's,
but it troubles
like,
me that
fever
anonymous
dream,
oracles
pain,
know more of my business
hell,
than I do.
landscape, right? All the enemies are based off of certain things, like the lion figures that are like the struggling mummified things that spit at the cop in the beginning. Those are based off of her feeling trapped because she's locked in the hospital room and all like mummified and all that stuff like that. The boojums, they don't really represent
Okay.
anything. They're just dicks. Like, so I mean, would their attack types fit? Maybe. They're kind of a bit mobile for those kinds of games, so maybe something more like...
Okay, yeah, like one of those.
Or
That's what I was
something they
wondering.
fit
Like
in.
not just Silent Hill, but like in a different horror game. Like
Yeah, those kinds of games are a bit less psychological and a bit more
okay, so
just like,
Resident
ooh,
Evil's more
zombies.
like scary monsters, and more Silent Hill is more psychological. Like I remember, there was like kind of a funny Easter egg. I think it was in the second Silent Hill involving a dog.
Yeah, the dog ending. Spoilers for whoever hasn't played that before, but I mean, the game's like 10 years old, so fuck it. there's a certain hidden ending where you can go through and you find out that the entire thing was all just a giant plot by a literal Shiba Inu dog and just torturing you.
Oh, and I remember that he's like pressing all the little. He's in a control room wearing like the headset, and he's just like pressing buttons. It's great.
Yeah, he's so cute. Yeah, that and the UFO ending is just completely off
Now,
the
do
wall.
all
What
of the
fuck?
Silent Hill games have that one ending that really is just kind of like the comedic ending, like where you had the second one where it's the dog ending? Like, do any of the other games have that sort of funny kind of? I'm trying to think of the specific term, like kind of that wacky, goofy, comic relief. That's what it is.
Yeah, that series in particular, they don't all have the dog ending. That is in, I believe, 1 and 2, but they all have the UFO ending, which is where everyone, it all was done by aliens. That was at least in 1, 2, 3, I think 4, Shattered Memories, and Origins. I'm not sure about Homecoming. There's all different ways to get it.
Okay.
Sorry, a couple right there.
Only a few find the way.
but
Some
they all
don't
have that kind of
recognize
stuff.
it when they do.
It's just
Some
something where it's
don't
just
ever
it's
want
if
to.
it was something like that in like Resident Evil, it'd be kind of stupid. But because all the endings to all the games in Silent Hill are so serious,
Since you
Yeah,
know the
and I
moves,
kind of
just
like
play
that
with
where
whites. They go
I mean, it's not
first.
really canon
Such
or anything.
order
It's
in
just
the
kind
midst
of a
of
way,
chaos makes
like
me woozy and
kind of
disoriented.
to
The
in a way
regularity
take the
of
piss
board
out of everything.
disguises the predatory menace of certain pieces.
oh yeah, and it's something like it's the same thing as like the magical girl outfit in Silent Hill 3, which is something where if you beat the game under certain conditions, then you get one of those like
Oh my
transformation
god, I'm gonna
sequence
have to
magical
YouTube
girls
that
costumes.
later.
Oh god, like with like the little magic wand and the short
man,
skirt and
that's
all
great.
that crazy stuff.
Like, I just
it's
love
so funny.
when developers do. I mean, like, like it's something fun to put in the game just because, like, it's like, oh, it has nothing to do. I mean,
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with the game. You don't have to do this, like, in order to beat the game, but it's just something fun. Like, if it had to make
Yeah,
a
exactly.
requirement to beat the game, then I'd be angry.
Well, it's like something like even recently, like the Doom game that just came out. You go through and one of the collectibles it's so like over the top, like blood and guts and death metal and blah blah blah. But then there's these cute little figurines you can collect of the Doom thing, and the guy sort of picks them up and plays with them. It's just fun stuff like that.